pop R&B artist Jamela.
I pick Kelly. Yeah!
In the morning, please?
No, I think I want to handle this right now. You can give your time to the studio boy, but I think your man can get a few minutes. All right? Hey, don't walk away from me.
You're hurting me. Stop, please.
Get in the car.
I've been down this roller coaster, around in circles.
This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back.
Real Talk.
Hey, this is Robin Lord Taylor, and you're listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Hey, what's up? It's Logan Browning, and you're listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Real Talk.
Hey, I'm Gina Lou, and you're listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Hi, I'm Diane Franklin from Better Off Dead and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures. You're listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Hey, what's up guys? It's Chrissy DePaul here, and you are listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Hi, this is Michael Jai White and Byron Min from Black Dynamite, and you're listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Hey, what's up? This is China Lane. You are listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio. So keep it locked, keep it hot. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Verduga, aka Justice Woman, and you're listening to Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Dennis White here on Real Talk with the Director on Dollhouse Radio. Tune in tonight and get the real.
Real Talk.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
You live from the always sunny, always rainy, sometimes kind of hot sun, but always hot as a mountain. State of Florida. What's going on? Welcome to another edition of Real Talk, the Director's Cut with me, the Director. So, just want to talk about a few things this week. Today. Yesterday was the DC Fandome, and this is pretty much our DC Fandome debriefing show. We'll talk about a few things that happened yesterday, or everything that happened yesterday. Some nice trailers dropped. I did a couple of trailer reactions. You could check right here on YouTube. I did my reactions to the Justice League Snyder Cut trailer, as well as my reaction to the Batman trailer. So check it out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure you subscribe to the IE network. And of course, we always got to pay homage to, I want to say what up to my brother, Heaven Hollywood. Always the heavy hitters. They always come through and hold us down. What's up with y'all? And we just gonna, this is gonna be a little, real quick. Ain't gonna be nothing too crazy. We ain't gonna spend too much time today. But we do want to go over what happened in DC Fandome. A lot of big things happened yesterday. DC is on their way, in my opinion, in another better direction. And I'm hoping in a much better direction. But I believe they are going in a better direction this time. They're under new leadership. As we know, we've talked about it. We've talked about it here plenty of times that AT&T has purchased Warner Brothers. Warner Media is now under AT&T. and along with, so a lot of people were laid off. Then they kind of consolidated and brought some people here, switched some jobs there. They're trying to make it happen over there at Warner Brothers. DC, who was obviously under the Warner Brothers umbrella, comes along with that. They did a merger. Then they all did like a joint venture with HBO Max. So hence we will be getting the Snyder Cut and other, pretty much HBO Max is pretty much going to replace the DC streaming network or streaming platform for the most part. They haven't officially said that, but that's what's going to happen. But DC, as we know, was really still not in a great place, right? Their attempt to climb out of that hole they were in happened last year when Joker came out and just rocked the box office and kind of turned everything on its head because of the direction that the director went in that. But Todd Phillips, the direction he went in that, in that film really put it aside. It was a standalone film. A lot of people, including myself, I was a big naysayer because more so, not that I knew Joaquin Phoenix could act. We knew that Phillips could direct. It was the point that why? What was the point? What was the point of having a Joker film, standalone film? Well, they did what they did and shut me up. I had a nice big bowl of crow to eat along with a lot of other people, and I think it's one of their it was one of the better films, definitely of last year, maybe one of the better films of the decade. And other than that, though, DC's been on a downslide. We all know that. We know the debacle that happened with Justice League. Before that, you had Batman vs Superman, which was a good film, but caught a lot of flack, for a lot of things. People getting on Snyder for not turning the lights on and all this other stuff that, because he's too dark and, you don't want to tell stories like that. So, and then you just Warner Brothers making all these crazy decisions and just destroying the brand, in my opinion. And we're talking about DC Cinematic Universe, the DC EU, the DC Extended Universe. Because television-wise, DC Television, they dope. They do their thing. So we're not talking about them. We're talking about not Warner Brothers Television Division, Warner Brothers Film Division when it comes to DC, really specifically to DC. So this DC fandom happens yesterday, and really it opened the doors to everybody since, the pandemic. We're in the middle of a global pandemic still. Although it's not as global as it used to be. It's just kind of like local here. But anyway, we're in the middle of a pandemic. And so they open their doors so everyone can come watch it for free. Just like they did for San Diego Comic-Con. So what happens? They put it out there. We check it out. So I was watching it yesterday. I was in the middle of I was on two things at one time. I was doing a writers conference, a Full Sail Writers Conference. Big up to Full Sail University, which will soon be, I'll be calling my alma mater, which is my alma mater. I'll be graduating in October 2nd. So Full Sail University puts on a writers conference every year. They put on this writers conference, and they did it virtually. So I had on one screen, I had my writers conference that I had workshops I was going to about freelance writing and this, that, and the other, because I'll be doing my master's in creative writing at Full Sail as well. So then you got, on my other screen, I had the DC fandom just running. Something, I pretty much checked in on everything, but they started off with a bang. We had the Wonder Woman 84 panel, which, Wonder Woman, the whole cast was there. They also had some surprise guests jump in on Linda Carter jumped in, and it was really cool. So that was a good panel. They started off with that, and then they just ran from there. We'll break down most of the stuff that they did yesterday, but the more important, the three big things, I'll say four big things that kind of happened yesterday. Wonder Woman trailer where they finally revealed the cheetah. They revealed how Cheetah looks, which it's the same trailer that we've been seeing. It's that same trailer that we've been seeing lately. So they haven't really made any not too much new footage in that trailer, maybe one or two new shots. But they're pretty much that. I think they're pretty much at the point where it's like they're not doing nothing else. It's time to release the movie, right? So, and I don't think anyone wants to see anything else. Just release the movie. But they did show Cheetah. So that was a big reveal. Then you had from there later on in the day, they did Suicide Squad. That was cool. James Gunn, a whole different take on it. He might be the guy to make this thing, be successful. They jumped from there, but another big thing was later in the day. We had, of course, the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League. He dropped a trailer for that. That was good. Now I have a feeling this is probably the last trailer we'll get for that, because we're already near the end of the year and Justice League comes out next year. We may get one more like TV trailer type of deal that won't be that long. I don't really see, but people are complaining. But it's like, let's not forget. He also revealed how long the film is. 4 hours long. It's going to be broken up into 4-hour segments on HBO Max. So I guess it's going to be broken into 4 days, four different times. They show it an hour each. So that's how I can do it. And he said they're also working on making it where if you want to, you can watch the whole 4 hours if that's how you want to experience it. Or, also they're also working on distributing it outside of HBO Max. So they're going to probably have it on HBO Max pretty exclusively for the first, a few weeks, month or so. Then they'll make it available for people to see it, purchase it, whatever, outside of HBO Max is what they're working on that. So we'll see. He's probably just trying to cut like a little side distribution deal where it might be Amazon or something like that, and just put it out there where you can just purchase it and watch it if you want to watch the whole thing or whatever, or rent it. I don't know. So that was another big trailer, big reveal. We saw Darkseid in the trailer. We saw, we've been seeing pictures of Darkseid anyway, but you saw a nice little picture of him in the beginning, nice little shot of Darkseid in the beginning. So there was like 2 shots of, that's at 3, I meant 2 shots of Darkseid in there, I think. A couple other things. So extra footage, footage of, the original Steppenwolf design back in there. Saw some footage of Cyborg before he became Cyborg, and he was Victor Stone and running on the football field, and it was very Zack Snyder-esque. Like the trailer felt like Zack Snyder again, unlike the other trailer, the film period. It felt like Zack Snyder again. Very slow motion, very artsy. Like you see like the effects, almost like that 300 type of effect that you got with Zack Snyder or even Watchmen, that type of deal. Sucker Punch, where you see the glass break and it's slow motion, just real nice stuff. Real Zack Snyder-esque. So that was another big one. Another big one was The Rock, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, comes out and he talks about Black Adam, the Black Adam movie. And he doesn't have anything to show anybody yet. They haven't shot one lick of the movie, but he, along with Jim Lee, they put together this nice little presentation type of deal. It was like a motion graphic presentation that they kind of put together with The Rock narrating it. And I tell you, even that got me kind of pumped up to see Black Adam. I was like, wow. And he also revealed that there'll be this is going to be a big film. This stands to be a big film. They're trying to, they're going to bring in quite a few people. We'll go over that too. And then at the end of the night, the showstopper for the night was director Matt Reeves came and joined in, and he spoke had an interview, and he talked about his movie, The Batman, which they've only shot a quarter of the movie before they had to stop due to COVID, but they're going to be resuming filming. They're going to resume filming very soon. And he dropped a trailer on us, and I did a reaction video to it. If you guys want to see how I felt, at least how my first reaction to it was, right here on the IE network. And then we'll talk about that. So that's what we're going to unpack today, of course. And the whole thing is put together and wrap this whole thing up with a bow. We'll talk about the future of DC Cinematic Universe, or the future of DC Warner Media, whatever you want to call it. I'm calling it the DC Cinematic Universe, but they call it the DC Extended Universe. So whatever you want to call it. We'll talk about the future of that. Jim Lee is now at the helm, and he pretty much put this whole fandom thing together. Of course, with his people rallying around him. But a lot of other things. Also, Milestone Comics, the brand, that brand, Milestone Comics, is coming back. So we're going to start seeing. We're going to be getting. Milestone was that the brand that they put out black artwork and black artists and writers and creators, and Static Shock, stuff like that. So Icon, all of those, difference, and the Blood Syndicate, that was my joint. Blood Syndicate was my joint. So they're going to be reprinting that stuff. They're bringing that back hard. So, hey, man, Jim Lee has just stepped into power, so to speak, and he's making a lot of. I mean, he's already been in power at DC, but you know what I mean. It's for the whole shebang, and it's already making some good moves and a lot of things. A lot of good things are happening, so it's looking promising for the DC universe. We'll see. We'll unpack all that today. Of course, my guests. My other one. I have one guest. One is not a guest. He's on all the time. My man Kev's in the building with us. What up, Kev? Welcome back. And of course, we're talking comics, so I gotta have my comic guy on with me. My man, he has the show From Heroes to Icons on YouTube, on social media, on Instagram, and all social medias. From Heroes to Icons. My man Jay Hodges is in the building. What's good, my friend?
What up, yo?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thank you for joining me today. Happy Sunday. Yeah, man. So the fandom, it went down, man, and I was pleased with it. I was entertained. I watched it. Yeah, what I'm saying. The panels were good. I love how all of these people, all of these, like Comic-Con, all that, they're really making do with this whole coronavirus thing going around and the pandemic. They're doing things virtually, and it's really working out, man. I mean, like given the fact it's much better than canceling it, right? So, I enjoyed it, man, to be able to watch it here, comfort of my own home, and everybody's kind of in their own thing, doing those little Zoom calls, and they're, had their panels. And the Wonder Woman panel, man, they were having fun yesterday. Like the two casts that was having the most fun yesterday was the Wonder Woman cast and the Suicide Squad cast.
They was wild on Suicide Squad.
They were wild. Wow. They was having fun, dude. And I mean, James Gunn, but that starts with him. He wild. You know what I'm saying? So he likes to joke it and wild out on set and stuff. It's funny. He brought Michael Rooker over to this one. And boy, oh boy, they just be clowning Rooker, man. It cracks me up. That is like Michael Rooker, for whatever reason, is always the butt of the joke. He must be a clown on set because he's always the butt of the joke. I've seen them get on. I've seen the producers of The Walking Dead get on Michael Rooker, make funny comments about him. And now you got James Gunn, who worked with him in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 and 2. And now he's brought him over to work with his version of Suicide Squad. And I mean, it's funny. It's just like everything is blame Rooker. You know, that's what he said. He's just like, yeah, you know. He's like, yeah, I had a really good time. I enjoyed seeing all of you except Rooker. You know, he's like saying things like that. And Rooker's just sitting there shaking his head like, oh my God. And then they just all just join in and they gang up on him. But they had a good time. The Wonder Woman cast was having a phenomenal time. They came back like 3 or 4 times. They were in the Wonder Woman panel. Then they were in the Wonder Woman anniversary because she's turning 80, right?
Yep.
You got the Wonder Woman 80th anniversary. They did that. That was really just Patty Jenkins, Gal Gadot, and Linda Carter. But Linda Carter joined the cast in the first panel. Then they came back again for they were playing a game. Werewolf, I think it's called. Werewolf something. They were playing this game. So they were just having, apparently this is a game that they played on set as well, or like played, I guess downtime when they were shooting the film. So they came and played that game. So they were having a ball, man. I think overall though, fellas, judging just by yesterday, I think DC, obviously there's a lot of work to do with Warner and DC, but I think there's a step in the right direction and it looks promising. We'll say that. It looks promising for DC extended universe. I keep trying to say cinematic, but you know what I mean. What are your thoughts on it? I know, Jay, I don't know if you watched the whole thing, you skimmed through it, whatever, but just overall on the success of yesterday, and they got a lot of good feedback from the fans. What do you think? Do you think it's at least looks promising going forward? I know we got to see much. We got to see more. I'm not trying to jump out the window with a cape on. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. What do you think?
I think they did very well. I wasn't displeased. Mm-hmm. I mean, something happened during the Wonder Woman panel that I was just like, here we go. Here we go. You know what I mean? Like when you're doing stuff like that, I say no fans. Don't let no fans talk. We don't want to see the fans.
Yeah.
We don't want to see the cosplay, and I'll leave it at that. But they did very well. I mean, as far as seeing but not seeing, I was very pleased with your boy Dwayne Johnson. He has so much showmanship. He sold me on the movie. Without seeing nothing.
Without one freaking second of film. Nothing.
Yo, that's ridiculous.
His
showmanship is top tier.
It's ridiculous. You know he's from the WWE.
Yeah. That's the best used car salesman in the business, man.
Bro, he learned from the best. He learned, and I mean he is. I'm glad you brought that up. I want to just jump on that, and then I'm gonna get Kev's perspective too. But The Rock. It's funny. Look at this. I address him as The Rock. He don't even call himself The Rock anymore. But because he's sold me on that persona, I always call him The Rock. He's The Rock.
That's The Rock.
Dwayne Johnson could sell water to a whale. I'm telling you. So water to a well. He can sell water to a well. Or a whale. So, I mean, he really can, dude. This dude can sell water to a well. And, I mean, he was so convincing, so confident, and the Rock's the man, yo. And I'll be honest with you, I am a big fan of The Rock in his movies. I was a fan of him as a wrestler too, but it's not like it's because I was such a big fan of his wrestling is why I'm a big fan of his movies. I just like his movies, man. I just, and he has a couple of bombs out there. He got a couple of garbage ones out there. But I just like him. You know what I'm saying? I just like The Rock. So he did his thing, man. I'm gonna say Shazam. They did have a Shazam panel too, which they did reveal a couple of things in the Shazam. But it was funny how they did theirs. They did theirs a little like very
Brady Bunch.
Yeah, like the Brady Bunch type thing. Everybody popping in, and they're like, "Okay, I can't tell you nothing. I cannot tell you nothing about this second movie, so I don't know. We're just gonna waste some time. Then somebody else pop in, and then everybody who pops in reveals something about the movie. He's like, "Yo, you can't tell that." And they all say something else about the going forward with the movie or whatever. But I think they revealed the name. I forgot the name of the new movie.
Something Wrath of the Gods or something.
For the Gods, something like the Gods. Okay, Wrath of the Gods. Yeah. So that was cool, but the Rock really sold Black Adam, man. He really sold that. So I mean, Kev, I know you was probably busy yesterday or whatever, but did you get a chance to skim through any of that stuff, or even if you didn't, just going forward, how you feeling, about DC right now? It's looking good or what?
Well, I got to see some of the trailers, so I was happy with some of the trailers. I try not to watch trailers because I don't want to see much, but I was happy with the trailers. I was pleasantly surprised, and I've been saying it about Robert Pattinson. Just giving him a chance. I think he's going to pull it off for the iteration that they're doing.
Right.
Aside from that, the Suicide Squad looks crazy. That I did not know that cast was that big. Like they got 23 characters, bro. 23.
Wow.
James Gunn pulled out the guns.
Yeah, he did. He pulled out the big guns.
For real.
He pulled out the big guns.
Just looking at it, and I like the way they did it with they showed it as behind the scene footage.
Mm-hmm,
I like that. I don't want to see no. This is one that I don't want to see no trailers for. I don't want to see nothing. Just show when the movie. Just give me a date. Tell me when the movie's coming out, and I'll see it.
Yeah.
Because this, I'm happy for James Gunn. I'm glad that he got booted from Disney, went and did this, took his time, and didn't rush to come back when they rehired him. Which again, I said this a long time ago, and I'll keep saying it. I think that was a whole big facade. Just to keep Roseanne Barr off their ass. I think that's the reason why they did that.
Right. They didn't really want to get rid of Gunn, or else they wouldn't have brought him back. They brought him back, for whatever. I don't think he was ever fired in the first place. But this looks good. I listen. It looks. What's going to be real sad is who's going to be real sad is Will Smith because he didn't come back. This will be yet another film that he may put under his belt that he made the mistake of not coming back or joining or whatever. He did. Yep. He did he made the right move with the what was that, the Independence Day Part 2 movie. But he could have been Neo. He could have, he says that a lot. That's today. That's his biggest. If you're gonna say regret, whatever, that's his biggest one. He said is not taking the Matrix, not believing,
and that's our biggest game. It's our biggest game
because we got to get Neo.
We got John Wick before he had a gun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that it all worked out perfectly. But Suicide Squad looks promising, man. And like I said, I just think because they had so much fun, obviously, shooting the film. James Gunn is on some unapologetically whatever type ish right now. He's just like, we just gonna go out there and kill it and have fun doing it. And we're gonna deliver you what we deliver you. But he said that they have been, he said the movie looks really good as he's editing it. He said it looks insane. He said the studios are very happy with what they got. So we'll see. Something you don't hear too much from Warner. Warner be like, they question every damn thing.
So no, they don't. Let's correct that. They don't question everything. They want to step in and become editors and try to move things and remanipulate and try to make things in the vision that they basically want to try to turn a light on. Stop trying to turn the fucking lights on. Let's show the movie for what it is, how it is. That's it. No more, no less.
Well, I'll tell you, when you talk about, you mentioned Robert Pattinson. I mean, that movie is not going to have. They're right now contemplating if that movie should be R-rated You know what I'm saying? They talk, like the fans are already asking for it to be R-rated. So if you think the lights are gonna be turned on in that one, I mean, of course, yeah, he's the Dark Knight. He's Batman, but they're going for a very, gritty, low tone for it and violent, I suppose. Because think about it. If you ever if anybody out there ever watched the DC Titans show, that show's violent, man. It's very violent, like with the fighting. So I'm talking a lot of bones breaking, a lot of like a lot of stuff like that going on. A lot of people getting killed, basically, in that one. It seems like they're gonna go violent with this one. I don't know if they're gonna go with Batman killing people, but they're gonna have It seems like that's where they're trying to go. But I will get to that.
Well, I think he's gonna kill. I think he's gonna kill somebody. I think he's gonna kill a couple of people, and not on purpose. I think he's gonna be in his feelings and just be beating the crap out of somebody. And like, oh damn, I killed you. Oh well.
I mean, everybody goes in. I don't even want to get into that whole. I'm not gonna go on a tangent, but I hate when people get caught up in this. Batman, he doesn't kill. He's got the moral code. I'm like, yo, Batman be killing niggas. Even if they die off camera, they dying. They may die off camera, but they dying. If you rolling down the street with a Batmobile and a Gatling gun on it, and you shooting motherfuckers, they dying. All right. So these dudes ain't just they're not just falling and bouncing back up. You blowing things up. You shooting things. Things is falling on people. They're dying. You know what I'm saying? They're just not dying on camera. They're not making it obvious so it doesn't look like he killed anybody. They're not making it obvious. So, but let's make no mistake. You know what I'm saying? If that happens, 9 out of 10 times you're going to die. So, that's how you have it. But I'm tired of people with that whole thing. Okay, fine. Batman's he's not going to go out to kill people. Like, that's not his intentions. If it ends up happening, he's going to try everything he can to save the person if he can. But if it happens, it's just like a cop. He's just like a super cop. You know what I'm saying? If you're a cop, you go. No. Listen to me. No. Listen up. Real cop. You go out. Your intentions is to go out and do what you got to do. I know Batman's not a cop. You know what I'm saying. But my point is, with this point, real cops, are not intentionally to go out and kill. But they stop crime, whatever the case may be. If it happens, it happens. Ain't nothing they can do about it. And the real cops, I should say, might even try to save the perpetrator. If they shoot him, they might try to save him, give him CPR, stuff like that. And, but if it happens, it's part of the job, right? Batman is going to do the best he can to stop these people. And whatever happens, happens. You're fighting gangsters and this, that, and the other. Come on, man. It's bound to happen. And it's realistic. It's realistic. Let's not, we're not in Kansas anymore. You know what I'm saying? Let's get out of that stuff, I know we love comics. Whatever, or cartoons, he's not going to die in the cartoons. I get it. But this is more realistic. So just do it that way. So we'll see what they come up with.
Killed a lot of dudes in the cartoon. Jason Todd had a body count. Like, he got a body count in the comic books. He cares.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So they went that route with Titans, man. Titans is rough. They go hard on that show. I kind of like it, to be honest with you. They are rough, man. Especially Hawk and Dove. They be breaking backs, breaking necks. They breaking arms, all types of limbs. They are crazy, man. And Jason, same thing.
The Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
they have all the characters. That means somebody got to die. Somebody has to end up in the hospital.
Yeah. Well, they said in that behind the scenes thing, the trailer, they was like,
don't get attached to nobody.
Don't get attached to nobody. That's right. That's how you do it. Don't get attached to nobody, because you know what I'm saying. You know what's gonna happen. Niggas is out of here. So yeah. So the we'll start at the top though. The Wonder Woman trailer. All right. Same trailer that we've been seeing, except they just actually showed Cheetah this time. In the trailer, they have every part of that, and even up to the point where she says, "Oh, what's Cheetah's name? What's her real name? What's the not the actress, but what's the character's name? I forget her name." But she was like, "What did you do?" You know what I mean? Like you see her say that to
Michelle. I think she said Michelle.
Something like that. Whatever. Yeah, she's like, "What did you do?" They did that whole trailer. Now this time they just actually showed what she looked like. A couple other scenes they showed with Cheetah that was originally in there that they took out.
Was it me, or was it me, or did some of Cheetah's jumping kind of look like Catwoman, Halle Berry?
Halle Berry, Catwoman? I don't know.
I understand what you're saying because of the body dynamics, but that's just the feline jump. That's just the feline jump.
It's a cat jump, yeah.
If you would slow it down, Cheetah's jumping almost looks like if Spider-Man was a cat, where the Halle Berry Catwoman is very anime-ish. I'll say
animation, walking, walking. Yeah,
because even when Wonder Woman grabbed her, and she went to like slam her, and she flipped out of the body slam and landed on her feet.
That's some real cat stuff right there.
That's the Thundercats right there. Man.
Jay, you just took the words out of my mouth. I saw that. I said, "Yo, it's no reason why we can't have
reason, Wes. No reason.
This is why we can't have Thundercats." Now that I see
reason now.
Well, on a side note, Thundercats is on Netflix now. The old Thundercats are on Netflix now.
Yeah, it is. The original one.
Gotta have the son binge watch that.
Oh yeah. Which means they're probably gonna bring the other one too, not too far behind it. The one that they remade, that they did. I think it was that one was dope.
Don't sleep on that one. That one was fire.
I loved it, bro. I loved it.
It was no joke in that.
Yeah, Mumba was no joke. I mean, they were all crazy. Chitara was even doper than she was in the show.
Yeah,
she had more mystery to her. She was dope. Better fighter. She was dope. She was an ill fighter in that second one. So yeah, I looked at that. That's the first thing that went through my mind. Yo, Jay, great minds think alike. I was like, why can't? I was like, there's no reason why we can't have Thundercats. I'm seeing this. So Chitara, that's almost the design for Chitara, just not as mean looking. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, cool. So that was good. Overall, I think that, like I said, the trailer was good. I was very pleased with it, which, I knew it was going to be good. They still don't have no date of when that's coming out yet, right? Or is it still have its date of like Christmas or something like that? Yeah. No, they pushed it back again. It's like indefinite right now.
Yeah, no release date.
Okay. Yeah, well, there you go. It's enough to hopefully this will be enough to keep people's mouths watered. But yeah.
It's not. Disney has already set the tone.
Yeah.
Between Mulan, New Mutants, and what else did they got coming down the pipeline? Oh, and Black Widow. Those are going to be the three determining factors of what other studios going to do.
Yeah.
If those premium on demand numbers do well enough, DC is going to Warner Brothers is going to be like, you know what? We sat on this long enough.
Yeah.
Let's get our money.
Yeah, this is going to happen. Yeah, I can see that. But yeah, I enjoyed it, man. They talked a little bit about the film, but it was really just like a panel of them kind of seeing each other again, having fun, talking. That was it. It was cool, man. I had no problem with it whatsoever. Moving down the line, if we go to we talked about Suicide Squad. That looks like it's going to be very interesting. James Gunn doing his thing. You know, I mean, like I said, man, I was amazed, like how much fun they seem to have had doing this movie. You know what I mean? Like it was just like, yo, this movie's gonna be crazy. So we'll see how that goes. I think it's gonna be awesome though. But you know, it's gonna hit harder than the first one. It's probably gonna be better. It's definitely gonna be better, and it's probably gonna hit harder than the first one. We'll see, man. Let's see the difference in the directing with Gunn, between Gunn and the last guy. I forgot the last guy's name.
David Ayer.
Yeah, David Ayer. Yep, David Ayer. Now David Ayer is a writer, isn't he? Didn't he started as a writer, I believe. I don't know.
I believe so.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how many films he directed. He's directed a few, but he at one point was more like a writer at one point. But he's got a lot of directing under his belt too. So we'll see how that, you know, he's actually been talking about, oh yeah, release the Ayer cut. Like, that ain't gonna help you, bro. The Ayer cut ain't gonna help you, bro. It's not happening. Not if you got Jared Leto running around as Joker. That Ayer cut ain't gonna help you. So, let's go obviously to the Snyder cut. We'll get back to that. Let's go down. Let's see what else they had that we can talk about other than these. We have Wonder Woman, Suicide Squad. Okay, so Black Adam. We kind of touched on or whatever. Jay, what are your thoughts on the Black Adam? I know you enjoyed what The Rock was saying and stuff. What The Rock was cooking. You smelled what The Rock was cooking.
Yeah, I smelled what The Rock was cooking yesterday, man. He was cooking with grease.
Yeah, he really was. Now there's going to be some. He revealed some things.
Did he?
What do you say? Like the whole Justice, not the whole Justice Society, but
he's gonna like lead them. Like he's gonna be their leader. He's like, I'm gonna show them my type of justice. I mean, obviously he's gonna end up fighting them at the end of it, but you know what I mean? They're gonna be like, this dude is out of control. Somebody, you know, we good guys. He killing people, throwing cats off buildings. It's gonna be crazy. And the whole slavery thing that he was talking about, you know, like I don't know if he did that to try to sell that to us or whatever. It did seem like he was doing it to sell it to us, but I was happy. He sold me. You know, it was like, you know, when you've been oppressed and now I mean, I was like, oh, okay. On the black hand side. On the black hand side. And he was like, yo, I got this power. He was like, and Black Adam, he's like, maybe it wasn't the right thing, but I did what I had to do. He's just like, what Black Adam is doing, he doing for himself and he doing for his family. It don't matter what nobody else say. And I was like, Black Lives Matter. I said, okay. I said, yo, all they got to do is play that in the barbershops, in the black barbershops around America, flooded. The place going to be flooded. Going to be flooded.
Yo, they going to show up and be like, yo, give me that rock special. Give me that rock.
Give me the Black Adam. They're going to be selling drinks and everything. The Black Adam drink and all that.
Give me that Black Adam cut. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. Yeah, man, that's true. He now run down. You remember some of the people that he said is from the Justice Society, right?
I know Dr. Fate, which is going to be big. I was waiting for this. Yeah. This is what I was waiting for. Some real magic in any of. I mean, Doctor Strange, he did okay, but I was waiting for some real magic because Black Adam's power comes from magic, and now he's dealing with Dr. Fate. Yeah. And the dude in Dr. Fate is like DC's Doctor Strange, but he knows all aspects. Like he know where Black Adam's power come from. You know what I mean? He know what Black Adam working with. And I know they said the Atom Smasher, the dude that could like grow.
Yeah.
That was the dude he was talking to. The dude that came on the Zoom or whatever with him.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
that's the cat that's playing the Atom Smasher.
Yeah, it was Atom Smasher. Right. And then also I think did they say Stargirl? Who else they said was gonna be in it? He said a couple other people.
I was too hyped up, man. I wasn't paying attention, man. I was amped. The Rock had me by the throat, man. He was getting ready to do the rock bottom to me. I was like this for the whole thing, like, oh. He had me. He had me by the throat. He took me down. But you figure they gonna go from Egypt to him being in prison to him getting free to him joining the Justice Society and then him fighting the Justice Society. It's gonna be dope.
Now here's my thing. And Wes, you know how I feel about this ahead of time. Jay, you don't know yet, but you're about to find out. Mm-hmm. If you mention Egypt, if you talk about Egypt,
they got to be black.
If Egypt is even in your vocabulary, they better be black. They better be. They better be North Africans.
Even from the. No, I know what you're saying. Even from the little graphic thing that they did, it will be. It will be.
It better be. It better be, because
might be a lot of might be a lot of brothers looking like you, Wes, but they'll be black.
Team light skin. Team light skin.
Listen, and listen. Listen, and you know what? And I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it a buck. There's nothing wrong with that, because there are East Africans and North Africans that are team light skin. Like, but you know, that's their origin, ethnically, that's what they are. So you know, I don't have a problem with that. But don't be. I don't want to see my people in there as slaves, carrying water, you know, building pyramids, walking around, you know, putting mud up on huts. Nah, let's keep it a buck. You know, let's keep it. Let's show what it is. Let's show Ramesses as he was, as a black man.
I believe The Rock will deliver that. You know, I don't think he'll have a problem delivering that portion of it. We'll see how it comes, but that was that. I'm looking forward to that. And it's like one thing he did though. One thing that Dwayne Johnson did and proved was Well, Dwayne Johnson and Jim Lee, they proved. You can have a dope trailer and not even have a trailer. Because that little thing, that little presentation that they did, that was enough to get you hyped about, you know, about this thing. And I think about that.
Was that the same thing with just the image of just Black Adam standing in the middle, that little tiny speck of?
Yeah, it was what he did was they did like a motion a motion graphic presentation with Dwayne Johnson narrating it. So he's saying like this first, you know, he's saying his little thing, whatever he's saying, journey and stuff like that. And they had visuals, but they were all like motion graphic visuals.
Okay.
Complete. I mean, but all detailed to look like them. You know what I mean? Like to look like him and to. So it really was. It was almost like a moving storyboard. That's pretty much what it was. It was almost like he storyboarded it out and just showed a lot of slides and stuff like that. But it was more, you know, a little bit 3D, not 3D, but you know, it wasn't
almost like the stuff they would show you in behind the scenes DVD stuff.
Yeah,
it looked kind of like that.
And speaking of Jim Lee, I got to give Jim Lee credit, man. He really was the brain behind all this whole fandom and stuff like that, and the way they did it. So that's why they really did him. They really paid him a good honor by. Did you see how that stage was set up, Jay? That whole platform stage, man. That was all Jim Lee artwork. That was just
he know how to ride the wave, man. He know how to ride the wave.
Yeah.
He'd be like, oh, you need me to do something? No problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I got it. I won't sleep for 2 weeks.
And remember, exactly. And remember too, earlier on in the pandemic, when the pandemic first started, he had that what do you call it? That fundraiser that he was doing, where he was drawing people When he was doing all of those drawings, and he was commissioning out drawings, but he was just doing, and he wasn't sleeping either. He was
Lord have mercy.
He was just going back to back, back to back, back to back, back to back. Like that dude is a beast. Like he is.
Yo, some of them pictures, man. Some of them pictures.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
I wish I had 10 grand to buy one.
Wow.
I wish I had 10 G.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, fire.
Yeah.
Yo,
Wow.
and I'm talking like 17 by 14, like huge. They was big.
Yeah, huge. Yeah.
Fire.
And he was saying
like
he was
concert poster size.
Posters. Yeah. He was saying to himself, "What have I gotten myself into?" But he was too late. Like the train left the station. Nope, still hasn't finished yet.
Because he had to do the fandom.
Yeah,
he was like, I
had to stop. Yeah, that's dope. Did you see? Now there was actually a little section. Did you get a chance to see the section where he was looking at the fan art and he was giving the dude advice and stuff?
No, I didn't see that.
That was pretty cool, man. I think I only saw him do it with one artist. I don't know if he picked more than one artist, but
he was nice. Make no mistake, he was nice because he was being recorded.
Yeah.
I seen him in action. It's not pretty.
Yeah.
It's not. Word up is he will go through your portfolio faster than you trying to get your kid to sleep for reading a bedtime story.
Yeah.
Fool. He'll see something that catches his eye and be like, that's wrong. Flip. You see this right here? Nah, you can't do that like that. You need to fix that. Flip. He ain't gonna tell you how to fix it.
Right.
It's just both. Flip. Here, next. Yo, I seen him run through like 20 dudes in 15 minutes.
Well, I can see that because I mean, dude, he probably got 100 dudes waiting online.
With the face I got on right now?
Yeah.
Just like that.
I've become so dumb.
But if he sees something he like, is because usually they looking for like one dude.
Yeah.
They're looking for one dude. If you find that one dude at the beginning of the line, you might as well go get some books signed or something.
Wow.
Because it's gonna be like whoop, 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 here, whoop, 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 here, whoop, 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 here. They'd be like, yo, why you going so fast? He found the dude already. He found the dude he want.
Yeah.
And then he'll put him on, co-sign his name, and be like, go make money for me.
For real. Yeah. Yo, the dude he had on that he was, the fan art or whatever. Because I guess obviously they saw all of this ahead of time, so he picked this dude, so he must have liked him. So picked this dude. He was telling him what he could do here, what he could do there, and he was actually doing it. He was doing it for him. He was actually like, try this right here. And he's like, you see him with the the Fed joint on the Photoshop, like poof, poof, poof. He added light here. He said, well, what if you did this? He added some light, like bang, bang, bang. That nigga was sitting there like this. Like, yo, Jimmy just blessed me. He's like, yo, I just got blessed. But he's just like, just something to think about. He was really the dude was tight. The dude was a good artist, but he needed work on his lighting. You know what I'm saying? How he projects lighting within the image. You know what I'm saying? So how light comes from this way and that way, whatever that you're trying to do. So you can, and also when it comes to eye gaze, put enough light in one position because you want something specifically to pop out. You know what I mean? And that's the only thing that it seemed like he kept kind of like critiquing him on. It was cool though. It was just good to see us. I mean, Jim Lee was all over that thing, man. He was telling him. Then they interviewed him, and then we had the milestone panel, which was very, that was great. That was great to see the milestone panel. Cats, they had Reggie Hudlin. Who else was there? Dwayne McDuffie, was he there?
McDuffie passed away, bro.
Oh, damn. All right, what was the name then? What was the other dude?
They have no consequence.
Yeah, right.
How I'm sorry.
What's the dude's name? What's the dude's name then?
He has a very. I know who you're talking about. The main artist dude that drew Static.
Dude.
He's
I can't think of his name.
Very hard to remember. every time I try to talk about this dude, I can't remember his name. It's a shame, and he's nice. He's a nice dude. You see him at the concert, draw a sketch for you, sign your books, everything. I can't remember his name.
All right, well, he was there.
He'd be like, Dwayne McDuffie, and you don't remember nobody else.
It's the one that you always remember is Dwayne McDuffie. Yeah. Rest in peace, Dwayne McDuffie. My bad. And like I said, Reggie Hudlin was there, so that was cool. That was nice. So the fact that they're now, you had said something before that I wanted you to kind of repeat on the show about them bringing that imprint back, the milestone. Remember you had said it to me online, Jay.
Come on, don't put me on the spot.
You don't remember?
I got 4 kids and a wife. I preached today. I can't remember nothing except for what I said to the church people.
Dude said I got 4 kids and a wife and I preached today.
Thus saith the Lord, milestone will be good. Word up.
Go out and sell Static Shock comics.
What was it about? What was it like really pertaining to?
I can't do my notes today. I'm done.
I was talking about. He's done. Yeah, that's funny. Now, okay, so milestone is coming back. You mentioned something about that they are coming back in what did you say? The originals. That's what you said. The original brand is coming, but they're going to release the originals as well, the original comics as well as a new line or whatever.
Yeah, but as Jim Lee had iterated, all of those books will be released digitally. They won't be reprinted. They won't be reprinted. They'll be released digitally, probably in January. And if the books are coming out in February, in December, when we get the preview magazine, and DC has a new digital catalog called DC Direct, they'll be solicited in December so you can pre-order them before February comes out, because the previews are released 2 months ahead. So like this Wednesday, the previews come out, but it's for the books. Was it August? It's going to be the books in December. In the books in December, because it'll be the September previews. No, you're right, for the books in November.
Okay, books in November.
So so this week previews come out, and the books that are in that are the books coming out in November.
Okay. Now,
so you got like 6 weeks to order books, and if you order them by then, you're guaranteed to get them.
Okay.
You know what? That's keeping in line. That's kind of keeping in line with all the firings that went on and their whole restructuring, because they did say that they're pretty much almost eliminating print, which I still think is I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't know. I think
you should see the amount of books that are coming out from DC.
Really?
Printed. Ridiculous.
Wow.
I mean,
seriously?
I myself have to get maybe 15 titles a month from DC alone.
Wow.
I'm talking Batman, Detective Comics, The Red Hood, Teen Titans, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Green Lantern, Justice League, and then they got 2 other Justice League books. One of them's getting canceled, so they'll still have that. It's ridiculous. Superman, you got a Superman book, you got an Action Comics book, not to mention like miniseries and stuff. Like the big thing that's coming out next week is Batman: The Three Jokers, and that's like a 45-page square bound joint. It got like 6 different covers. It's gonna be nuts.
Wow.
Written by Jeff Johns. Written by Jeff Johns. It's gonna be fire, because he went back to do what he was born to do.
What he was born to do, right? Comics, yeah. He's a good story writer when it comes to stuff like that. Period.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm be honest with you. Like I said, some of his stuff translated okay to Titans, but I like, especially the second season, he was making, like overall. I think with Titans, they didn't have the budget to really do what they really wanted to do with Titans, or what they, because of the type of characters they got. Like Beast Boy is like, it's no point in even putting him in the show. Like,
exactly.
It's just,
that was horrible.
Like, instead of deciding to not put Cyborg in the show, I would have decided not to put Beast Boy in the show. It's just too much money. It's just too much.
You know why they didn't put Cyborg in the show?
Oh, because he's in the Doom Patrol,
and he's in the Justice League movie already. You got to start
League,
confusing people.
Yeah,
the Cyborg on Doom Patrol looks horrible.
I know, that looks bad.
He needs to lift some weights or something.
Yeah, he looks bad. I was just like, yeah, I don't know, but I like some of the stuff. I like the storylines that they was going with on that too, though. Like when they did that whole season 2 where Robin, or Dick, he started seeing, like, he kept seeing Bruce in his head. It's like he can't get Bruce off. He can't get out of his shadow, to the point where this dude, like, this dude is so obsessed with getting out from the shadow of Bruce, of Batman. This dude is starting to see this dude in all the time. Like, he's coming to him like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Hallucination.
Like hallucinating, yeah. He was like he's coming to him, talking to him and shit, but it was like his own mind or whatever, and he's just like heckling him. He's like,
and that's the guy from Game of Thrones, right? That played Bruce in that.
Yeah, that's the dude from Game of Thrones. Yeah, that played him in that. He's like, oh, it was one line that was so ill when he said, they were saying, they were like, come on, Dick, you gotta call Bruce, man. We need his help now. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, he refused to do it. And then finally he's like, okay, fine. And then, like, he saw that, that vision of Bruce. Bruce is like, oh, so they finally figured out your superpower, huh? To call me. I was like, yeah, that's messed up. I was like, oh, man. But I do like what they were going. It was dark, man, and that's what I like. It was that dark place. That's why they had that whole episode in season 1, the end of season 1, where in his mind he had that dream that Batman just went over the edge and he had to kill Batman. Like, Batman went over the edge, and they, was killing people with no conscience and stuff like that. And then he had to go in there and stop, with the SWAT team, and he had to go in there and stop him. And he ended up having to kill him, which was, it was all just in his mind. But still, that just showed you the type of battles he was having mentally and emotionally when it came to Bruce Wayne and stuff. But so that was cool. What else happened at the show that was dope? They showed a couple of games, a couple of video games. Gotham Knights, right? The Gotham Knights game, which looked pretty cool. The Suicide Squad game. It's called Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Now, I mean, we didn't see any of the gameplay. All we saw was cutscenes, like a trailer. So that's all good and all, but that's not what we're going to be playing. So I need to see some of the gameplay, you know what I'm saying, before I get so excited about it.
I will say this. They said the game's coming out in 2022.
Okay, so they don't really have nothing to show.
But the cats that did 3 of the original Batman Arkham games is doing that game.
Okay, so it should be dope. Yeah.
That game should be fire. I don't know how they're going to do it, but Arkham Knight, must have in your collection.
I'm gonna have to check that one out.
Yo,
see, the funny thing is, I did like those games. I've always been my video. See, I'm not a like gamer. My video games that I love, yeah, you probably remember, Jay. I don't know if you remember or not.
They coming out with a new one. Get your system ready. They coming out with a new one. Hitman Season 3, man.
Hitman Season 3. Hitman is my joint. I'm playing Hitman 2 right now. I'm loving it. Because I went through the first one already. I'm on season 2 now. Got some nice missions going on. So that type of is my open world walk around, kind of like do what you do. It's not really, driven like the Batman storylines, and it's not as much action and And another thing I end up liking is the Telltale games. I always like those. I love those games. Right? The Telltale game for Batman, that, and I believe that's funny because I believe they're taking a bit of that for this movie, because when Matt Reeves talked about some of the plot, and he's talking about there's going to be a big emotional struggle with Bruce, finding out things about his past, his family, and stuff like that. It's going to be that whole power struggle with Falcone family and whatever else the other gangster name is. And I've been reading and seeing that they're supposedly taking some of the story arc for the long Halloween. I think that's the story arc that we saw. Yeah, the long Halloween story arc. Yeah, so they'll be taking from the long Halloween story arc, but I think they're gonna take a little bit from the game too. So we'll see. Before we get to that, we'll also run that they had the Flash. They had a quick panel for the Flash movie. They did confirm that they will be, talking. They will be using elements of Flashpoint. I don't know if they're gonna do the whole thing, shot for shot, or panel for panel.
I missed that panel. I didn't see that panel.
Yeah. It was really just. It was not much. Ezra Miller just introduced. Who the hell is directing that again? I forgot the guy who's directing it.
See, you ain't missing nothing.
He missed nothing. He introduced a director, and the director was talking about, it's talking about. It's what's his face? Machete. What's his name? The guy who directed it, basically. The director, the guy who directed
you really
it.
ain't missed nothing.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah. He's
How do you get that?
I don't know. I have no idea, but he from what he's saying in it,
is Zack Snyder producing it?
I'm not sure yet. I think originally he was, so he's probably still involved in it.
He need to be.
He need to be.
This the only thing I'm gonna say. Get Ezra Miller off of that damn treadmill and teach that mob how to run.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking. If on the Flash TV show, what's his face is not they're not doing the special effects with the treadmill anymore on the Flash TV show. So they need to do something because he looks nuts. Ezra Miller looks nuts when he's running.
Yeah, he looks bad. I don't understand how do you don't know how to run?
Did you see Sonic?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You see Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of these directors think they need a prerequisite before they do these films, but he definitely need to watch Sonic the Hedgehog, and definitely need to watch that Flashpoint movie. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Listen, Jay, can you say that again for the people in the balcony? Because he's sitting way back in the balcony. He didn't hear you. He told him that.
The prerequisite, the thing you're supposed to do before you do the main thing that you do. Yep. Watch Sonic the Hedgehog. The Flash cannot be worse than Sonic. And watch that Flashpoint film. Watch any of the Justice League movies currently that they made with the Flash in it. Yo, it's retarded.
All you gotta do is now Christina Hodgson, who's the Hodgson, Christina Hodgson, who's the writer of this film, this Flash film. She did talk in the panel about, she seems to be very well versed in this Flash, the Flashpoint story and stuff like that. She made some, references to the comic and, talk about that. So we'll see. She was saying, I think she even said something. And I think she even
Flash throwing out some points.
Well, I mean, I think she even made a point that kind of, all leads back to the comic. So if that's her truly her philosophy, then she might be working on it the right way. Now, Christina Hodson, she's a fairly new writer in my opinion. I mean, I don't say fairly new, but she's only have a few on the belt. She has Unforgettable. She has Bumblebee. She wrote the Bumblebee movie.
That was good.
That was good. She wrote the Harley Quinn movie that just came out, The Birds of Prey. And she's writing a Batgirl movie as well. So she's got the Batgirl movie that she's writing. And she wrote The Flash. Yeah.
I guess all of them cats suck at golf because they don't know how to line up no shots.
Yeah,
they don't know how to line up nothing. What they say about the suit? Because I just pulled up a picture that they showed yesterday, and he got a different suit in this.
It is.
Yeah, they did change the suit. They are changing the suit.
They're changing the suit. Yeah.
Yeah, they are changing the suit.
They are changing the suit.
That looks slick. That looks slick, man.
Yeah, that looks good.
Lord have mercy.
That looks good. So I mean, let's hope he can get his running together, and we'll see.
Or just replace him with Grant Gustin. That's all.
I know, right? I know. So you had that.
Yeah, he's doing a huckabuck or something. He doing
exactly.
He get it, man. 1973.
Jay, you giving him too much rhythm. He ain't got that much rhythm.
Oh yeah, he be like.
You still giving him too much rhythm, Jay.
I can't.
You see what happens when you're black? You can't even lose your rhythm.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's funny. And another quick announcement they made yesterday. I think they did that during the milestone panel. John Ridley. John Ridley will be writing a Batman comic book miniseries.
Yes.
So John Ridley's the Oscar award-winning screenwriter, 12 Years a Slave, so like that. He's writing a Batman miniseries comic book that will be coming in January 2021. It's a 4-issue run, and it will center on the family of Lucius Fox. The family of Lucius Fox, Batman's trusted business partner, and likely feature Batman as a person of color. Interesting.
Oh yeah, you know what? I seen this
Interesting.
one. I seen
yeah,
this one.
Luke Fox, right?
This is the one where Martha and them they're on a plantation, and they got Lucius to get out the cotton.
I think his son is probably the one that becomes Batman. You said Luke, right? Luke Fox or whatever. Because remember, he's part of that whole Bat crew. That's what I call it. Whatever. So now we'll jump to Justice League.
That's right. Yeah. That's like the same character that's on.
Yeah, there we go.
The same character? Yeah. Okay.
But we don't know if he's gonna look like this in this series that's coming out. But that's Luke Fox as Batman.
Yeah.
They had him in I think the New 52. He became Batman for a little while. And then they made him Batwing. He was all whack. Ain't no black dude gonna wear the top of their hair out with bat ears, and they ain't gonna do that. He ain't gonna mess his hair up like that. He just gonna put a helmet on. He ain't gonna wear his high top fade out.
Jay. There was a bunch of white people in the room when they did that.
All right, man. We gonna go on to the next segment.
He said a bunch of white people in the room when he did that.
That's right. My bad. Dwayne McDuffie has passed on, so we won't bother with that. I'm sorry.
So we'll go into the Snyder Cut trailer, where I'm just gonna share some stuff here. Just some
I'm starting to
shots.
sweat. I'm starting to sweat already. Starting to sweat already. That was fire.
Yo, it was really good. It was really good. I really enjoyed it.
What are you doing?
Wait a second, bro. What?
Put it back.
When they show Wes, when they show Dark Side, I want you to pause it.
Yeah. That's right in the beginning.
My little one said something, and both of y'all need to hear it.
Okay.
My little man don't like comic books. He's not into superheroes and all of that. Word up. I showed him the Snyder Cut Justice League trailer just a little while ago. And he was like, Daddy, why do he look like... I was like, oh.
Okay, first let me make sure you guys can hear. Can you hear? See if you can hear this. Can you hear that? Did you hear that?
Mm-mm.
No? You didn't hear anything? No. Let's see. Because, this thing is... The settings on this thing. Did you hear that?
No.
I didn't hear you all. All right, because I'm gonna just try to set the settings right up on here on the screen share. Boom, 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 boom. Share audio. Okay. Now let's see if you hear it now. Did you hear that? No.
Nope.
Nah. They're there. All right, one more time.
Can you hear it now?
I know.
I can't hear anything.
I can't hear anything. Can you hear it now? That's funny. All right, so how do you share? Can you hear it now? That's funny. I can't hear a thing. I can't hear a thing. I can't hear a thing. All right. See if you hear it. Can you hear it now?
No, all we hear is I can't hear a thing. Well, that's all we hear is you saying that again, over and over.
Why is it saying that? Why is it doing that? That's got to be somebody. That's not me. That's got to be coming from somewhere else. Yeah, I'm like, that ain't me. That's coming from somebody else's mic. Can you hear it now? Did you hear anything? No, I can't hear you, Jay.
Just you. All we hear is you. All we hear is you.
Oh, Lord, what is going on? All right, let's try this. Let's try this again. They're killing me right now. Because I'm playing it. I'm trying to play it from my computer. Screen 2, application window. This is what we want. Right. I don't know why the damn share audio is not working properly. StreamYard.
I think we might have something.
Wait a second. We'll see. That's the screen that I don't want. We'll see. We'll see if they got this share audio popping. Do.
Well, while we're waiting for that to happen,
yeah, let's take a commercial break. I don't know why the hell this thing ain't playing. Go ahead.
I would like to get brief. I would like to give a brief commentary to all you potential and all you existing movie makers. Can you please, for the love of God, when you're making a period piece, please keep hip-hop music out of the damn period pieces. If it's 1918, I don't need to hear no fucking Method Man in 1918. If it's 1947, I don't need to hear Raekwon the Chef in 19... Actually, I don't even need to hear no hip-hop themed beats without lyrics In a period piece, you take away from the story. It's distracting. It's basically what I'm talking about. For those of you that may be asking, what the hell is Kev talking about now? He's always complaining about some shit, like black people do. I am talking about Lovecraft Country. Lovecraft Country, the first episode was excellent, put together well. That was the only critique that I have about that first episode. There was a scene where they were drinking in between. They were showing a scene on stage where the sisters were singing together and they were singing a song, blah blah blah, whatever. And then they switched over to showing people playing in the streets. It was a summertime scene. The fire hydrants got opened up and people are dancing and da 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 whatever. And as the background music, they throw on some random hip hop track. Why?
A hip hop track from that era, or just some other hip hop track?
No. Current. It was just a track. It was just a beat track of currently now. It was a hip hop track, current beat track it just didn't fit the scene. If it's 1940, whatever it was, and actually, yeah, this had to be like in the 40s because I'm really not tied in of what the time period is, late 40s, early 50s. But this was around the time when they were doing the Green Books. And spoiler, one of the characters in the book, one of the characters in the show, that's what his job is. His job is he goes on the road and he travels from town to town, and he basically makes up the best routes for black people to drive in the safe towns that they can go into in his travel guide. That's a part of the story.
Okay.
And in the town where they live, which is in Chicago, basically there was a scene that happened, and in this scene, it would have fit perfectly if it was modern day Brooklyn, modern day Chicago. If it was now, that music would have been perfect. But when you're doing a period piece, there's plenty of music from that time period that you can use instrumentally. If you're just trying to,
why not use? Yeah, that's crazy. All right, well, I don't know. I'm not going to fool around with this already all day. I just wanted to show the shots anyway. So it starts off with the
What were you going to say?
It starts off with Dark Side shot there. And the only reason why I think it's not sharing the audio is because I'm playing it from my computer. I'm not playing it from the internet, because when I play it from the internet, they try to shut the show down. They get all mad. So I'm playing it from my computer, so they can't mess with me.
Before you go forward, before you say your point, to your point on that, Wes, it's not just you. It's everybody on the internet that was getting shut down for playing this video. It's because of the music, the music soundtrack they have going in the background.
Yeah.
That's the reason why it's getting shut down.
Okay.
Everybody's getting shut down for playing it. That's the reason why. It's because of that.
Okay. All right, so we won't play the music anymore. We're just playing this. So here's the first shot. Is this the shot you were talking about, Jay?
Yeah, man. So I'm sitting there showing him, and Joshua, who has really no comic book knowledge, to my shame, he's like, "Why does he look like Thanos?" That's the first thing he said, and I was like, and then after he, slammed his little axe, he was like, "Oh, okay." Like, but yeah, like after he did it, he's like, "Oh, he got a good look at him."
Yeah.
But he was just like, like, why does he look like Thanos? I'm like, because he's supposed to. He's supposed to. Because they're like the same character in different universes, really.
I believe this is just obviously one, version. This might be a flashback story or like whatever, cutaway. I mean, he's not in I think before it's all said and done, we'll see him in the armor and stuff too. This looks like some sort of with his shirt. Yeah, because this seems like some sort of battleground thing that's going on. Like he's got this in his hand. You see that there. You know what I mean? So it seems like this is not.
He looks dope, though.
Yeah, he looks good. Looks good.
Looks dope.
Yeah. So
Bringing
there's
pain to somebody.
Oh yeah, and there's this right here. They got, what does that say? Justice.
This says Justice League on it.
Oh, it says Justice League. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is interesting. They've got that arc there. It reminds you like the Hall of Justice, right? That's what we like, their little Hall of Justice. That's kind of like brought down to its knees. Look at all of this craziness that's going on. You got parademons flying around. There's that. Okay. And then we see a bunch of shots. We see a bunch of shots that I'm gonna turn the volume down because y'all can't hear it anyway. And it's in my ear and it's making me crazy. So, but look at this here. This is very Zack Snyder-esque, man.
The black suit.
Look at this shot here.
Oh, the slow mo.
But look at that.
The particle effects and stuff.
The particle effects that's going on. That's very Zack Snyder right there. The particle effects, him hurtling there. There's the black suit, as promised. You know. Now here's old crazy stupid run. That stupid run. But this was good too. Once again, very Zack Snyder-esque. Look at the glass, slow motion, breaking, freezing. Obviously, it's showing like flash time, as they call it, right? In flash time when he's running, you see him. He saves
it with no shoes on. Why is his feet not bleeding?
Because he's too fast for something to bleed. And plus, he heals. So there you go. He saves Iris. There, that's obviously Iris West.
She's perfect. That's a perfect fit for Iris.
There's a shot there of that might have been when they were digging up Superman's grave. I guess I don't know. It
wasn't.
What was that?
I ain't gonna say it. That's a heavy spoiler.
Oh really? And that looks, is that Cyborg there? I don't know who that is.
Cyborg.
That is Cyborg. Okay.
He had to get the other black. He had to get the other black box. Oh, that's all I'll say.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Zack Snyder's a beast.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And they never talked about
Kev. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Come on, Kev. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a spoiler. That's a spoiler,
Okay.
Wes. If it is what I think Jay is talking about, that's a spoiler. Yeah, that's definitely a spoiler.
All right, so
and Zack is a beast for doing that. Wow.
Zack's the man. Then you got this cool ass shot of Batman.
The real Batman.
The real Batman. That's just them embracing. This is probably extended version of when he went and talked to Mara. Or maybe he's giving the stuff back. Because you see the stuff at his feet. So it's probably like him. You know how he didn't want no part of that Atlantis life. So, because she did give him the trident. Maybe he was returning it here. Where it's like at his feet and he walks away. Who knows? And there's Mira. I know there was an extended version with her in it.
That was a mic drop moment.
Yeah. There's a Darkseid again.
Look at him! Come on! Oh my God, yo. That face! Yo, the Snyder Cut is just so much better. Look at his face. Look at his face. Got the hoodie on. Yo, that's the real Steppenwolf right there, man. That's a monster right there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yo, the Flash should see that and run in the other direction, man. I love that.
That's crazy. That looks crazy. It looks much better than the old man looking face that they used.
You see, he got like the chin. Yo, oh my. Yo, the vision of Zack Snyder, man.
Yeah.
Listen. I said this before, and I'm going to say it again. And now, Ralph, if you're listening, I'm going to piss you off again. This is going to be the prelude, or this is going to be the reason why Zack Snyder is going to come back. And Jeff Johns, John Whedon, that chick, and that executive that got fired, they're all going to be like,
look at
so
that,
what?
Wes.
So look, so what?
Yeah.
Look how much Steppenwolf has changed.
Yeah, it's crazy, yo.
Amazon's running scared, man. And his suit is like the symbiote. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Exactly. Yeah. That is sick, boy. Yeah, look at that. So much. Oh my goodness.
You see how it moves like the Iron Man armor? Like,
yeah. Like it's, oh man. I didn't even
like nanotech.
Like nanotech.
Yeah.
Okay, this is we've seen that shot before. What's this? It's just like a lot of battling and stuff going on. And as you notice, let me go back to that shot. Black suit, I think. Yeah. Who's that? It's just people. Another thing we didn't see.
Who's that jumping over them?
I think that's the Flash. But that's another thing that we didn't see, which didn't really make it very realistic either. There was no people in the theatrical cut of the Justice League. Only that one little family, and they were in this area where there was no people. That's not realistic. You know what I'm saying? So there, Flash. What's this?
Black suit Superman.
Oh, black suit Superman coming for. Ooh, bong. Go. Done. Okay. I'm fighting a parademon.
Look at that. This is what I was screaming. I was in my room screaming like, yes, Batman is blocking bullets with his arm. This is why Ben Affleck is Batman.
Yeah, definitely.
So now look at this here.
The Speed Force, huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Zack Snyder hinted. He said the only thing he could really extra that he could tell you, other than what you've been seeing, is he said, you will see a little more Barry Allen explore his ability a little more. He basically said that. So he said Barry Allen might, that he controls space and time. He runs through space and time. So he's going to probably either accidentally time travel. I don't know if they're going to tie that part where he goes back to talk to Bruce from Batman vs. Superman. I don't know if that probably wasn't supposed to happen until the next movie. But that's the Speed Force he's in right there. It's got to be. Look at that. Ooh, look at that. You see his face. He looks like he's
oh god
confused. Yeah, oh god. Look, what the hell's going on? Oh my god. You see that? So that was cool. Nice little wholesome farm boy shot.
You see that? You just see it?
Where? Right here coming up?
Watch when he hugs him. Oh, my face is fixed.
Yeah. True that.
I don't have no computer face.
Yeah, yeah. No computer stash. The invisible mustache. Yeah, because this was actually shot when it was supposed to have been shot. No and that's another thing. Ben Affleck just recently did an interview not that long ago where he broke down all his different films, right? His best roles to date. And when he got to Justice League, he said, this was maybe last year when it happened. And he was like, well, I really didn't. He said, number one, I was battling alcoholism, He was like, and it just wasn't a pleasant experience. Like no one had fun with the reshoots and stuff like that. The film, that's what he meant, because the film itself, they all, loved shooting the film. But Ben Affleck, especially when it comes to comic book films, look at what he said about Daredevil. He refused to come back unless they got somebody that knew what they was doing with the writing and directing. He wanted Kevin Smith because of Kevin Smith's run with Daredevil. And he was like, he's not going to come back unless they do that. So, and that's another reason why he walked away from the Batman. Just all of this stuff going on. And he's just like, you know what? Plus, he's got back into the drinking. He's like, I can't deal with this. So now,
And that's probably why he started drinking again.
He might have
Josh Whedon drove him to drink.
Oh, that's true. Drove him back to drinking.
Listen, I totally agree with that. And to this day, I still say I don't care what nobody says. Ben Affleck was a dope Daredevil. He was a dope Daredevil. He is Batman, and that's all. And this Batman proves that he's able to do superhero characters if the script is done right. If the script is done right, he can perform to 100% his fullest and really give you what you need.
So now, right here, you got the Trident. Is that Aquaman in full Aquaman gear? Is that what he got going on? Or is this maybe my flashback scene? Maybe.
Yeah, that looks like a flashback.
That's probably the King, whatever his name is. Well, he just tearing shit up with that Trident. There's a nice one, a nice save from. Is that where isn't that Jimmy Olsen? I think that's the original role of Jimmy Olsen. Yeah.
No, that's the cop. That's the cop that he saved.
I'm sorry, the original Jimmy Olsen from Superman, from the Superman movies. He originally was supposed to play.
Yes, it is. That's him.
That's who he was. That's who he was. Yeah. But they reshot his role to get him in the movie. They did the reshoots and put him in the scene. I guess in the jail scene as a CO as opposed to a cop.
Oh, okay.
So this is the scene where he gets saved by Cyborg.
By Ray Fisher. Cyborg, yeah.
And then that stupid running again. Still looks stupid. There you go. Nice. You got the shot there. And what is this? Is this Batman's?
I'm gonna tell you what this is. And Jay, you can help me and correct me if I'm wrong. I think that this is because remember, this was supposed to be broken down into two scenes. I think this is one or two scenes. This is either the scene after they were. This is either the scene when they were leaving to go to Russia, when they all got together to go fight Steppenwolf in the final battle. This is when they're getting on the plane to go to see Steppenwolf, or this is a scene where they were leaving to go off Earth
to Apocalypse.
To go to Apocalypse, but it's one of those two scenes.
Mm-hmm. Possibly. There you go.
I believe that it's the scene. I believe that's the scene where they were leaving to go to fight Steppenwolf in Russia.
Maybe.
Remember, there was a scene where they were on the plane.
Yeah, but let's be honest, I'm not sure if did the fight actually even take place in Russia in this version?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
Because remember, Zack Snyder was like, I don't know nothing about no Russian family. What are you talking about? Because somebody was like, oh, something about the Russian family. He's like, I don't know nothing about no family. That's in my version.
So does that mean that means that must be the ship that they flew off world in? Because that's the only other thing that can make sense to me.
Yeah,
that would lead up to the next movie.
Possibly so.
And this Superman is with him.
Yeah, he's with
him. He's not with him.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. Right here, he's not with him. They're talking about plot. And at this scene, they're talking about fighting Steppenwolf or fighting whoever. And that's where Flash Barry is saying, you know, he's conquered all these worlds, and he's obviously won these battles that he's won. Like basically saying, you know, how are we gonna fight this guy? And he said you have to assume he's won.
The Batman suits is fire.
I wish the audio would share here, because that scene. If everyone go watch my reaction to this video, that part where he says, "I don't care how many wars he's won, he's never fought us." Not us together.
United.
Yeah, not us united. Yeah, not us united. I was like, that is Batman. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's Batman.
Look at that suit, man. Even without the cowl, man.
Yeah, that's fire, yo.
I'm telling you.
Look at me,
that
man. Look at me.
I don't care what nobody says. I don't give a damn about no Michael Keaton. I don't give a damn about no Val Kilmer. Listen, that dude right there, this dude right here on screen, that is Batman. I don't care what nobody thinks. I don't even remember nobody else. Now, let's put it outside of Adam West, I don't even remember nobody else.
Yeah, that's funny.
Batman.
Yeah, so that's that. Perfect. I thought it was laid out very beautiful. Just
now, do you? Wes, I'm sorry, not to cut you off.
Yeah.
Now, Zack Snyder said something that I found to be kind of interesting. He said that he shot this. And he said he shot this in the IMAX format. So now, do you guys think that it's quite possible that if theaters are open, that we might get an IMAX screening of this? Because he said he did shoot this entire film in the IMAX format.
Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, if it was opportunity, I don't see why they wouldn't take advantage of it. They may not. But yeah, I mean, I'll tell you one thing: it's going to look phenomenal on regular television if it was shot in the IMAX format. Jeez, it's gonna look phenomenal. So
you think Jay?
Yeah, it'll probably be one of those limited screening things. How they do it like Friday, Saturday, Sunday with a lot of films. They'll probably do it like that. It'll probably be like, Justice League, Snyder Cut, Friday, limited time only. Friday, Saturday, it's gonna be. Yeah. Everybody gonna get COVID all over again because
I'm not gonna lie. I will catch the Rona. I will sit in the theater with 30 niggas coughing. Excuse me.
All you want. You're stupid. Yeah, crazy. So yeah, man, I'm very excited about those. Well laid out, well put together. I'm excited. I'm very excited. I can't wait. And our last topic we'll jump to, since we was just talking about Batman.
Lord have mercy. We gonna pray, have communion, and everything.
Man,
listen, I'm excited for it.
We're gonna put James Pattinson on the Mona's bench.
Yeah, you wild.
We're gonna put him on the Mona's bench. Yo, just for that chin and that sad look, man. So the Lord has blessed you to be Batman, man. Cheer up.
Yeah. Cheer up.
Very few opportunities like this will come your way, man. You've been a C student for a minute.
Yeah. Yo, that's funny. That's too funny.
I'm gonna tell you this before you get into this one, because me and you was going back and forth. What was that, last night? Back and forth for a minute. I watched the trailer 3 times again today. Everything is perfect. As long as he don't take that cowl off, man. When I see his face, I'll be like, yo, man, I don't mean no disrespect. His Batman might be stellar, but as Bruce Wayne, he is not a nice looking person.
Yeah. right.
No regular chick will walk past him and be like, panty drop. No. They'd be like, that's a dope fiend right there. I'm gonna grab my pocketbook. I'm scared. Why Bruce Wayne look like a dope fiend, man? He looks like an old sheep.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Who was my man that had the heroin chic models? What was that? Ralph Lauren or somebody? Who was that? And they had the naked cats on the beach and all of that. Yo, man, he look. Keep the mask on, dog. This is fire.
Yeah.
Yo, who is he supposed to be going up against? Anarchy?
No.
That's supposed to be the Riddler, bro. Because he's leaving riddles for him.
Oh, and that's why they had the question marks for the 2?
Yeah. This is
okay. And this is why Jay. This is why I think he has such a somber look on his face, and why he's so mad. Because I think somebody else had pointed this out in another video that I was watching, is that supposedly he's a detective in this one, like he's the Batman quote unquote detective in this one, and what he's trying to solve is a stream of serial killers, a stream of serial killings, So whoever this guy is that's playing the Riddler, he's so he's probably kind of somber because he's like, yo, all these people are dying, and I don't know what. And also, it must be something big because he also walks in the room with the police.
Yeah,
right.
That's him walking in now.
Now I'm gonna say it. My man's Dr. Narcisse. Dr. Narcisse.
Narcisse. That's my man, Jeffrey Wright.
Jeffrey Wright. He's gonna save Pattinson. He's gonna save him because he's a chameleon. His performance is going to save Batman. And oh my God, man. I watch too much superhero stuff, man. Cause he ain't supposed to be. Did you see Sherlock Holmes the movie with Robert Downey?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. That's who Pattinson's supposed to be, man. All he had to do is put the suit on.
Yeah.
People are dying, but you Batman. Listen, sometimes the carton of eggs fall on the floor, man. But that's all right. We still gonna eat.
Yeah.
We still gonna eat, man. Know what I mean?
It's funny. So here's the first shot. There's the first shot of him, in this trailer as the Batman.
It's wonderful, but the ears gotta go.
He says wonderful. You don't like the what?
The cut in half guns as the bat symbol.
Okay.
It's too much because Batman has a trophy case. The gun should be in the trophy case in the Batcave, man.
Yeah.
He do look like I said this earlier to you off on the phone, Kev. This dude should have been the Crow. He should have remade the Crow. Look at this. Look at this dude, man. That's the Crow right there, man.
You right.
Not the bat. Wrong bird. Not the bat's not a bird, but wrong winged animal. Not a bat. He's supposed to be a crow.
Listen, he's not supposed to be a rodent. He should be a bird. But
yeah.
Listen, you know what? But just looking at Robert Pattinson's his demeanor as Robert Pattinson, he fits being the Crow more than he does being Batman and Bruce Wayne.
He does.
Also, see, here's the thing: the context that's missing here, and Jay, I can kind of sort of see where you're coming from, is because the context of what's missing here is why is he so somber? I mean, yeah, we know about Martha dying and him losing his dad and blah blah blah, whatever. And he's still, he's a young Bruce Wayne, so he's still working through that. All right, we got that. But what else has him looking so? So he looks dreadful, like.
Yeah, he does.
He hasn't eaten. He hasn't gotten a haircut. He hasn't washed. What's wrong with this dude?
It's like emo Bruce Wayne or something. Like he's emo Bruce Wayne. Like he's very pale still, even in these shots. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I was looking forward to them dropping. Like, get rid of the pale look for him because it always brings you back to that vampire-ish. You know what I'm saying? With that pale look that he's got. I mean, his skin is like that, but you know what I'm saying? Send his ass to the Bahamas or something. Let him catch a little bit of something.
Let me help you, brother. He is pure European.
Yeah, he is.
He is melanin. He's melanin deficient.
Yeah,
pure European.
He is like my man Catway said. He is Caucasian from the mountains of Caucasus. He is a Viking.
Exactly. It's not like he's Italian or from the south of France or from Turkey, someplace where they got a little melanin in them to where they can roll them out, put them on a rotisserie, turn them around in the sun for about a half an hour. And
this is somebody's memorial. I don't know who this is supposed to be.
It might be the first commissioner.
Maybe the first commissioner, somebody getting sworn in.
Yeah, then he dies, and then Gordon becomes commissioner, maybe.
Commissioner, right.
To the Batman.
Got a bomb strapped to him?
Yeah, I think so. And then you got him.
That picture, that dude got a bomb strapped to him.
So then over this part you hear Alfred. What's the dude name? The guy who does all of the motion capture. He's playing Alfred in this film. The guy from
Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis, yeah, it's Andy Serkis who's playing Alfred. And so you hear his voice over here saying, you seem to be very popular. Why is he writing to you? He's writing all these he keeps leaving these riddles for Batman. Here comes Zoe Kravitz as Selena Kyle. She jumping in there. Right there. This is something little broke out here in a bunch of cops. Well, looks like the cops trying to hold him back. Maybe. Yeah, something's going on. Either he trying to get to somebody, trying to interrogate somebody, or the cops trying to hold him back or something. There's a little.
I like this. She's trying to fight him, and he's just like, "Bitch, please."
Yeah, he just kind of looked at her. What the hell? This is crazy how they doing this. What the hell are you supposed to be? And he just beat the stew out of this dude. Beat the stew out of him. Just keep banging him out. And he says, I'm vengeance. And there's Batmobile, of course. There's a couple of shots there. Somebody looked like somebody shot him, and then there was a shot of somebody shooting him there. Right there, as he got shot. Now there's a what's that called? Can't think of the name of it right now. And this guy's crazy. So there, and there's the logo. I kind of like what they did with the logo with the red. I don't know why, but I just do. I like it.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
I like what they did with the logo, the red. And then right there, where he says, so this is what makes you think it's part of that storyline we talk about that they use in the video game too. Because he says, you're a part of this too. And he's like, how? What do you mean? How am I a part of it? You know what I'm saying? And he's like,
I don't care what nobody say. He's been doing some kind of working out. Look at his back.
Yeah. Well, he's definitely been working out. But once again, I think of the Crow when I see him here. Look at this picture of him.
Yeah.
He's got he's got to darken the eyes for the mask. But I look at this and I think the Crow. So overall, yeah, see, they got that there. They got the question marks there. Currently in production.
I like, you know what? Let's talk about this right here. I like the way they're trying to reassure. It's almost like they're trying to visually reassure everybody that, look, this is only going to be in theaters. We're trying to convince you that this is not going to come out in any other format but in theaters. So if we have to wait until 2023 to show you this, we will wait until 2023, but it's going to come out in theaters. I don't think so. I got a feeling.
They may be forced. Their hands might be forced. Right now, they want to set the narrative. They want to set the tone and set the narrative that it's going to be in theaters, but their hands may be forced. You know what I mean? But they want to set that narrative that it's going to be in theaters. I get it. But I think so. Overall, let's get our final thoughts as we wrap up the show. Like I said, I think I feel the same way you feel, Jay. As far as I think it looks like, just from judging from this, it looks good. It looks like it could be good, or it's gonna be good.
It's Matt Reeves. We know it's gonna be fine.
It's gonna be good. He can direct. Matt Reeves know what he's doing. And I mean, I'll be honest. Like I said, I think that I have to see, before I say anything else about Pattinson, I got to see his Bruce Wayne. And what I mean by I got to see his Bruce Wayne acting, interacting on screen. I need to see him talking and interacting with people. If he on some emo, dark, shy shit, he better not do that. He better not do
You know
that.
what? Listen,
Because my point, before you say this, before you say that, I just want. My point is this: you have to have people. Everyone doing Batman movies. You cannot have the same tone when you're Bruce Wayne and you're Batman. You need a contrast, or it's what's the point of having a secret identity? You have to have contrast there. If not, anyone can say, just like that funny skit I always bring back with Jimmy Kimmel. It's like you cover your eyes and you see the bottom of his mouth, and he's like, "Hey, you're Batman." Like at that point, it's easy to figure him out that he's Batman. Because I mean, like, you can't have that same tone. You got to be different. That is your disguise, right? Your real disguise is Bruce Wayne. That's your ruse. You have to be the Bruce Wayne the best Bruce Wayne you could be, right? In order to create that contrast to make it believable within the world of these people. You know?
But now, with that being said, I definitely agree with you. There still has to be a contrast. At the same time,
it's got to be a contrast.
What I'm going to say is there has to be that, but prepare yourselves to be. I don't want to say disappointed, but prepare yourselves to see. Prepare yourselves to see melancholy, because that's what he's going to be. He's going to be somber.
Oh, goodness.
He's going to be melancholy. It's going to be. He's not going. I'll put it like this. He's not going to be a happy Bruce Wayne. You're not going to get. And I totally. Yesterday I couldn't really. Well, earlier today when I was talking to you on the phone, I really couldn't comment on it because I didn't see the trailer yet. You know, now I have a little bit more perspective after seeing the trailer. Now you're going to see a Bruce Wayne that is struggling with a couple of different things. He's still dealing with the death of his parents, obviously, you know, because that's his driver, that's his main driver. Then you have whatever situation he's dealing with whoever's being killed or these murders or whatever it is that the Riddler is doing. He's dealing with that. On top of he's dealing with, as they've shown, how am I a part of this? Why am I a part of this? Yeah. Then add on top of that, now he has to try to be. Now he's trying to figure out and do the separation that you're talking about. Because remember, this is early Batman, so he's still perfecting, or he's still coming into his own. Like we even talked about with him, you know, this is pre-Ra's al Ghul. So he's still coming into, in my opinion, anyway.
It may be pre. It shouldn't be, because he's, you know, should have been gotten his training, but. Yeah, if you were gonna say that it is, I don't know where.
No. That's Christopher Nolan. That's Christopher
I know
Nolan.
That's Nolan. I know. That's Nolan.
He didn't get trained by Ross.
Okay, so he's not gonna go with it at all then. Cool. So I think I understand where you're going with it, Kev. As far as he's gonna be like, I'm just saying. I just think. To me, that's the key to bringing a good Bruce Wayne to the screen, and ultimately having a good dynamic with him and Batman. And to be honest, I'm not gonna see you saying that, Kev. I can't believe that yet, because I haven't really seen it with most of the Batman. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them were not able to find that contrast between the Bruce Wayne and Batman. You know what I mean?
I think Affleck and Michael Keaton did a good job with that.
Keaton did, Affleck did, but you know, when he wasn't being angry at Soups, you know, he found that contrast of being the playboy Batman, you know, whatever, not playboy, but you know, the Bruce Wayne, big, you know, billionaire, whatever. Bale was there, he was there, but he was a little. Bale seemed a little strange to me, like, you know what I mean, like with his Bruce was a little strange, almost creepy, in my opinion.
He was a little American Psycho.
He was a perv.
Yeah,
he's a perv.
His Bruce was creepy. You know what I mean, a little too creepy for me. So, but overall, you know, we'll see how it goes down. I'm very surprised that they. But my last point I want to make is, with that being said, with the things that he's struggling with, Kev, like what you mentioned, by him saying he's involved in this, I remember in that Batman, that Telltale game, it was like Sins of the Fathers or something like that. It was called, or something like that. Basically, his father was heavily involved with Falcone and all this, like with all of the gangsters and stuff. It was like the Falcone family, that other family, and it was like Wayne. He was like part of it too.
And Arkham too.
Yeah. And Arkham's father. Yeah, it was it was the Sins of the Fathers. Yeah, because it was like Cobblepot's father or something like that. It was all that was in that game. It was like Cobblepot's, which makes sense why we keep seeing all these different characters that were announced just popping up in this movie, because I believe they're gonna use that a little bit of that arc.
I don't hate to say this, but it kind of sort of seems to be like they're going. It's kind of sort of like they're taking some elements from the TV show as well, because the TV show dealt a lot with that, with Falcone and with and like all the stuff you were just saying. A lot of those elements were in the TV show, so it's not surprising that this is the storyline that they're going with. It kind of matches in tone also with how the TV show left off with their Batman being a coming of age. And with the exception of in that show, they did kind of sort of introduce Ra's al Ghul, but you know, he didn't train under him, but he was a villain in the TV show.
Yeah.
So,
you talking about the animated series?
No, you're talking about Gotham.
The one on Fox, the live action on
the show Gotham. You're talking about. Yeah. So that's where Jay just gave it away. Yeah. All right. So anyway, that's pretty much that. There was a tangle, right? So it says here that this is, it takes place during his second year. It says right here, Matt Reeves' The Batman will be year 2 story from early days of the Caped Crusaders' career. The tone is more gritty, and grounded than previous iterations, and Robert Pattinson's Batman isn't afraid to brutally beat down criminals. His rogues, what they say here? Oh, his rogues gallery include Catwoman, the Riddler, and Penguin, are still young and haven't become the big time villains of Gotham yet. So
now, Jay, what you was just waving me off for? Mm-hmm. Sorry, Wes, not cut you off. But Jay, what you was just giving me the wave off for from the show? That's basically what the show. That's basically if you watch the end of that series, like when the season finale of that, like the Penguin, the Riddler, all of those characters were kind of huge in that show. Like they were very developed in that show. They developed those characters a lot in that show. So this kind of translates over to this movie. So I hate to say this, but I'm feeling it a little bit more now.
I hear you. I'm just hating because I ain't finished it. That's all.
Yeah.
I didn't finish it. I fell off.
Yeah, I fell off too.
The wife was like, "Oh, we ever gonna watch that?" I was like, I don't know.
Yeah. So basically, that's what it is with this. So we'll see, man. Ultimately, I think we'll have to. I give them credit for even getting this much footage out there, because I didn't even think they had this much done. So that was cool, and they got a solid trailer out of whatever little footage they shot. Got a solid little trailer out of that. So cool.
I think sounds good. More than what they actually showed. I think this is a nice balance.
But they had said that they've shot a quarter of the movie. So I mean, I didn't know they'd have this much, but it's all good.
The Planet of the Apes movies was long.
True. So this movie might be a long one. Yeah.
This might be do with Batman.
Yeah, this might be a long one. He might come with this. Might be like a 3-hour joint.
3:15.
Yeah. 2:45, 2:50.
With that many, those characters from his Rose Gallery, they would have to be.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. All right, well, there you have it. I mean, that's pretty much we'll kind of end it on that note. Final thoughts as far as overall how DC where it's headed. My final thought is basically it's looking good, man. We just gotta see where Rona takes us. What happens with this whole Corona thing? I believe I agree with you, Kev. I think at the end of the day, their hands are going to be forced, and they're going if things don't get better like it wants to, or if it's not goes back to the movies like it should, they may be forced to release it early, or not early, but release it on demand. And like you said, I agree with you 100%. What happens with Disney, with Black Widow, with Mulan, with whatever else they put out, that is going to determine what everyone else does. So, with that being said, Jay, you got any final thoughts?
Nope. I ain't even going to voice it.
Oh,
let there be peace on the internet.
Are you familiar with the Long Halloween story arc?
No, but it got a lot of what's in there. I might just download it digitally and give it a quick read.
Yeah.
But
I heard about too that it has a lot of that in this movie. I think that I believe Matt said that they're kind of that's what they're kind of going with. You know, every one of these movies they take one of the comic arcs to use as the groundwork for their movie. You know, at least they supposed to. That's what they say. So we'll see. We'll see if because I mean, even Joker has a groundwork of the Killing Joke a little bit. You know what I'm saying from it.
I'll say this before we get out of here. They said this is Batman's second year.
Yeah.
Has anybody watched Batman Year One, the animated movie?
I saw it a while ago. I gotta rewatch it. I gotta rewatch that. I saw that years ago.
But I'm saying,
rewatch that.
If Matt Reeves gonna say that, then he need to watch that movie first or read the graphic novel one. Because that's all I'm saying. I know I'm always cutting against the grain, but Batman looks perfect. But Pattinson is not Batman. Period. He's not. I don't care if it's an alternate universe or whatever. Yeah. Batman, the movie, the film, look like it's gonna be fantastic. Pattinson, keep the mask on. I don't like him.
Yeah, I'm not sold on him as yet either. We'll see.
I don't like him.
I'm not sold on a lot of.
I don't care if he's the second year. He's unkept, man. Ain't no rich man gonna keep himself unkept like that. Not no rich young man that's looking to take something down. Bruce Wayne's supposed to be out there taking something down.
Yeah. That's
not
truth.
Looking like that, man.
That's the truth, yo. You ain't lying. You are not lying, bro. So we'll go. That's where we'll go. So on that note, we're in the show. We want to thank again, Jay. I want to thank you for joining us from Heroes to Icons. Definitely check out the show. I know you post things up like monthly, weekly.
Weekly, it's been sporadic. Pray for us. Okay. Me and the wife trying to make a show. So it's gonna be Saturdays with Selena. It's gonna be, and we're gonna be talking about whatever. So if I can get her in front of the camera.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. Let me know. I'll definitely. Is it going to be on your From Heroes to Icons channel? Or you make it a separate?
Yes, it's going to be part of that, and she's going to be talking about because she's been with me since I was 15.
Yeah.
So she's going to be talking about the books I made her read, the movies I made her watch, the characters that she likes, stuff like that. It should be pretty dope. Yeah.
No, it should be real cool. That'll be cool. I'm already following you, so subscribe. So definitely, man, everybody check out From Heroes to Icons. Like, subscribe to the channel. Go ahead.
Free Comic Book Day was canceled But at my comic book shop, Bailey's in Lindenhurst, Long Island, Trung is having free comic book day this coming Saturday, and I will be recording. So look for a late free comic book day video at From Heroes to Icons this Saturday afternoon.
Dope.
Nice.
Very good. You have it. And tomorrow on Real Talk, we will be doing our first round of movie verses. Everybody been doing the verses, like with the the shows stuff like that. So our first round of movie verses will consist of Arnold Schwarzenegger versus Sylvester Stallone. So we got a lineup of movies. So let's see if I can find a quick thing here. We got the whole lineup going, man. We getting it in, bro. It's gonna be real fun. It'll be real fun. Let's go to the Real Talk. That's tomorrow at 9. And also, I think we have a guest coming tomorrow as well. So the movie versus right here. Yeah. Let's see. Let me just get a quick glance at this here. Tomorrow we'll be going through this, and every week we're going to do one. So there you go. There's the movie versus there. There's Stallone versus Schwarzenegger, Arnold versus Sly. You got Terminator, Rocky, Conan, Rocky 2, Commando, First Blood, Raw Deal, Cobra, Predator, Rambo. So you got the whole list here. We're gonna go down this list starting tomorrow and do the verses and see who. It's gonna be based on a criteria, a 3-tier criteria. The overall film itself, as far as the impact and what the film did. Also, the actor versus actor, as far as the acting, who acted best in the film, and the character, who had the better character. The more entertaining character, the more in-depth character, which, those type of deals is how we're going to decide who wins what round. And that's how we'll decide who the winner is. So catch us tomorrow on Real Talk, 9 p.m. Right here on the YouTube and all the other lives, and on Dollhouse Radio on blogtalkradio.com. So, all right, cool, man. Thank you very much, people.
One last thing to say.
Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead, Kev. My bad.
Ralph, we told you so 3 years ago. We told you what was coming with Jim. We told you what was
I told him. Oh, he got. That's what my man said. Oh, I ain't get you yet. My man, Professor. Okay, you got me. Oh, I ain't get you yet. Shall I get him? That's what we gonna be saying about tomorrow. Shall I get him? Oh, I ain't get you yet. Oh yeah, Ralph, you in for it tomorrow. Especially, I'm gonna have Kev too. I was waiting on you to come back, Kev, so we could just go at them together. So. All right, cool, man. Thanks a lot for everybody. Thanks for joining. Everyone in the chat room. Joseph, thank you, sir. We'll see you tomorrow on Real Talk. Peace out, everybody.
Peace.